Hello and welcome to another drum lesson. Today we are going to be taking a look at single strokes between the hands and the feet in a jazz context. So the basic pulse is going to be triplets. One and a two and a three and a four and a left bass, left bass, left bass, left bass, left bass, left bass, left. That's the idea, but we're going to slow it down. And we're going to do it along with the ride cymbal playing the typical swing ride pattern. So this is a pretty slow tempo. Here's what it sounds like. 1 and a 2, a 3, 4, a 1, 2, a 3, 4, a triplet, 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 and so on. That's probably familiar. So what we're going to be doing is overlaying the snare and bass triplets or snare and left foot triplets. And we're going to work on 4 patterns today. We'll start off the triplet with the left hand, followed by the bass drum. So 1 and a 2 and a. It's basically a 2-beat long repeating pattern. We'll also do the same with the left foot, 1 and a 2 and a. And then we'll do the 2 other versions of that, which is leading off with the feet. 1 and a 2 and a. And on the left side, 1 and a 2 and a. Sorry. So our goal there is just to get really comfortable playing this along with the ride cymbal so that we can, in the end, use this as a comping pattern or fill pattern, solo pattern, however we want to treat it. It's a great sort of thing for building your coordination. So what we're going to do for starters is just do a quick kind of launch for this. If you've never done this before, it can be a little bit daunting to try to figure it out. So a good way to begin is to do quarter notes only on the ride cymbal. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. So if I do the snare drum and bass drum and triplets, it's going to be snare, bass, snare, bass, snare, bass. And what's going to happen is the ride is going to line up first with the snare, then with the bass. Here we go. Snare, bass, snare, bass, snare, bass, snare, bass, snare, bass, snare, bass, snare. Now what we're going to do is add in the upbeat shuffle. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1. So we get this. I'm going to slow it down a bit. So at first you might actually find it easiest to just kind of think about what each one of the right hand hits is lining up with. So the first beat is the same as it was before. Right hand lines up with the snare drum, then the bass drum, then the snare drum. That finishes out the first triplet. And in the second triplet, we've got bass drum and ride cymbal, left and another bass drum and ride cymbal, and then we're back to it again. So 1 and 2 and 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 1, like so. Now I'm going to go ahead and go on with faster speeds here and go through all these different stickings. So if you find it too fast, hang in there, keep watching, play what you can of it. If you can only do the triplets, great. If you can only do the ride cymbal, that's fine too. But play along with it, and then later on you can of course come back and slow down the video and try playing along with that, or of course get the metronome going at a comfortable speed for you and play this. You may also find it useful to write this out just so you can kind of see where everything lines up and feel really comfortable with it that way. Okay, here we go. 60 beats per minute. Okay, so let's go back. Ride cymbal in the swing pattern. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and we'll go ahead and do the left hand followed by the right foot triplets. 1, 2, 3 and a 4 and Okay, now let's switch over and do the left foot. So it'll be the left hand still starting, but now we'll replace the right foot with the left foot. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, now what we're going to do is switch the order. So the bass drum is now going to start, and then later on the left foot will start. So the only thing different coordination-wise is what the right hand lines up with. It begins by lining up with the bass drum in this case. And then on beat 2, it's going to line up with both of the snares. And then back to the bass drum. Like so. Now a little faster. A 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. Now we could of course be playing the hi-hat on 2 and 4 as well. Heel, toe, heel, toe. But for right now, I'm not going to do that because we're going to also focus on the left foot triplets as well. And I just don't want you to be overwhelmed with stuff to begin with. So let's take a look now at starting with the left foot. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, so that takes us through all 4 possibilities that we're doing right now. You could, of course, get a lot more complex with this, begin switching feet, alternate which foot you switch to, and, of course, move this around the drum set. But for now, this is a good core coordination thing to work on. Again, if you find it tricky to do it with the swing ride, then start with just quarter note ride and get used to that first. Here we go, a little faster. So we're going to go in order. We'll do 8 bars each of left hand lead followed by right foot, 8 more bars of left hand lead followed by left foot. Then we'll do the same but start with the right foot, then the same again with the left foot starting. 1, 2, 3, and a 4. I guess we did an extra bonus measure. Okay, now start with the bass drum. 1, 2, 3, and a 4. 1. 1, Okay, let's do one more tempo, and for the sake of time, we'll cap it off at that, at 80 beats per minute. Start with the snare drum, going to the bass drum. A 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. 1, Now let's go with the feet starting. Right foot. 1, 2, 3, and a 4. So, we're just scratching the surface of what we can do with this speed-wise, of course, but I wanted to give you 3 fairly slow speeds to start with, and if you still find that too hard, again, don't hesitate to just slow it down, play quarter notes on the right at first, or work on just one part at a time, just focus on the triplets, playing that along with the beat, and you can, of course, also slow down your own metronome and just put it at some speed that feels really easy. Jot it out so you know where the right hand is lining up with whichever, with hand or the whichever foot it is. That can help a little bit too. It's kind of a little bit more book learning way of doing it up front, but sometimes that's just kind of what you need so that you don't have to think too hard about it and you can just let your body settle into doing the pattern. So it's a very useful pattern, and it definitely sounds a little kind of mind-bending when you get it going faster because it has built into it a latent quarter triplet sound. So if I get this going, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and just do the snare drum starting, 1, 2, 3, 4, we get. Now if I fill it in with the bass drum, gives you a little bit of an idea. So it's kind of cool, and again, once you get comfortable with this, you could begin to orchestrate it. So and it's just kind of a cool thing. It can be played pretty quickly, and it's it's a nice little thing to pull out every now and then. So I hope that was useful to you. I hope that was interesting, and I hope that you take some inspiration from this and start woodshedding this and get it into your system and into your vocabulary. So if you have any questions or comments or suggestions for future lessons, please feel free to post those in the comment section below. You can also shoot me an email via my website, kitmills.com, and I'd be happy to respond to you there as well. And if you like the video, please click the like button. And if you haven't already done so, I encourage you to subscribe to this channel. And you can also click the bell to be notified of upcoming streams and reposted or edited videos as they come up. And anyway, thanks so much for joining me today. My name again is Kit Mills, and until next time, take care and keep on drumming. See you later.